The TR-3B is codenamed Astra. The tactical reconnaissance TR-3B first operational flight was in the early 90s. The triangular-shaped nuclear-powered aerospace platform was developed under the top-secret Aurora program with SDI and black budget monies. At least 3 of the billion-dollar-plus TR-3Bs were flying by 1994. The Aurora is the most classified aerospace development program in existence. The TR-3B is the most exotic vehicle created by the Aurora program. It is funded and operationally tasked by the National Reconnaissance Office, the NSA, and the CIA. The TR-3B flying triangle is not fiction and was built with technology available in the mid-80s. Not every UFO spotted is one of theirs. The TR-3B vehicle's outer coating is reactive to electrical radar stimulation and can change reflectiveness, radar absorptiveness, and color. This polymer skin, when used in conjunction with the TR-3B's electronic countermeasures and ECCM, can make the vehicle look like a small aircraft, or a flying cylinder, or even trick radar receivers into falsely detecting a variety of aircraft, no aircraft, or several aircraft at various locations. A circular, plasma-filled accelerator ring called the magnetic field disruptor surrounds the rotatable crew compartment and is far ahead of any imaginable technology. Sandia and Livermore Laboratories developed the reverse-engineered MFD technology. The government will go to any lengths to protect this technology. The plasma, mercury-based, is pressurized at 250,000 atmospheres at a temperature of 150 degrees Kelvin and accelerated to 50,000 revolutions per minute to create a superconductive plasma with the resulting gravity disruption. The MFD generates a magnetic vortex field, which disrupts or neutralizes the effects of gravity on mass within proximity, by 89%. Do not misunderstand. This is not anti-gravity. Anti-gravity provides a repulsive force that can be used for propulsion. The MFD creates a disruption of the Earth's gravitational field upon the mass within the circular accelerator. The mass of the circular accelerator and all mass within the accelerator, such as the crew capsule, avionics, MFD systems, fuels, crew environmental systems, and the nuclear reactor, are reduced by 89%. This causes the effect of making the vehicle extremely light and able to outperform and outmaneuver any craft yet constructed except, of course, those UFOs we did not build. The TR-3B is a high-altitude, stealth, reconnaissance platform with an indefinite loiter time. Once you get it up there at speed, it doesn't take much propulsion to maintain altitude. At Groom Lake there have been whispered rumors of a new element that acts as a catalyst to the plasma. With the vehicle mass reduced by 89%, the craft can travel at Mach 9, vertically or horizontally. My sources say the performance is limited only the stresses that the human pilots can endure. Which is a lot, really, considering along with the 89% reduction in mass, the G-forces are also reduced by 89%. The TR-3B's propulsion is provided by 3 multimode thrusters mounted at each bottom corner of the triangular platform. The TR-3 is a sub-Mach 9 vehicle until it reaches altitudes above L20,000 feet, then God knows how fast it can go. The 3 multimode rocket engines mounted under each corner of the craft use hydrogen or methane and oxygen as a propellant. In a liquid oxygen, hydrogen rocket system, 85% of the propellant mass is oxygen. The nuclear thermal rocket engine uses a hydrogen propellant, augmented with oxygen for additional thrust. The reactor heats the liquid hydrogen and injects liquid oxygen in the supersonic nozzle, so that the hydrogen burns concurrently in the liquid oxygen afterburner. The multimode propulsion system can operate in the atmosphere, with thrust provided by the nuclear reactor, in the upper atmosphere, with hydrogen propulsion, and in orbit, with the combined hydrogen/oxygen propulsion. What you have to remember is, that the 3 rocket engines only have to propel 11% of the mass of the top-secret TR-3B. The engines are reportedly built by Rockwell. Many sightings of triangular UFOs are not alien vehicles but the top-secret TR-3B. The NSA, NRO, CIA, and USAF have been playing a shell game with aircraft nomenclature. creating the TR-3, modified to the TR-3A, the TR-3B, and the Tier 2, 3, and 4, with suffixes like plus or minus added on to confuse further the fact that each of these designators is a different aircraft and not the same aerospace vehicle. A TR-3B is as different from a TR-3A as a banana is from a grape. Some of these vehicles are manned and others are unmanned. It all became apparent in Belgium where, after frequent sightings of flying lights and a mid-air near-miss by UFO, at one point Belgian Air Force, anxious to identify the origin of the phenomena, authorized F-16 scrambles under condition that the visual observations on the ground were confirmed by the local police and detection on the radar. One of the consequences of such decision was that, on March 31, 1990 at 00:05 hours, 2 F-16 were scrambled from Buvecane Air Base and guided towards the radar contacts. A total of 9 interception attempts have been made that night. At 6 occasions the pilots established a lock-on with their air interception radar. Lock-on distances varied between 5 and 8 nm. On all occasions targets varied speed and altitude very quickly and break locks occurred after 10 to 60 seconds. Speeds varied between 150 and 1010 knots. At 3 occasions both F-16 registered simultaneous lock-ons with the same parameters. The 2 F-16 were flying approximately 2 nm apart. Owing to the night conditions, no visual contact could be established by either of the F-16 pilots. Triangular spacecraft patent. US $20,060,145,019 A1. Abstract: a spacecraft having a triangular hull with vertical electrostatic line charges on each corner that produce a horizontal electric field parallel to the sides of the hull. This field, interacting with a plane wave emitted by antennas on the side of the hull, generates a force per volume combining both lift and propulsion. Rotating electrostatic propulsion system patent. US $20,030,209,637 A1. Abstract: this invention relates to a spacecraft propulsion system utilizing thrusters comprised of a motor-driven electrostatically charged cylinder rotating within an electrostatically charged annular ring for the purpose of creating a space-time curvature stress-energy tension in the horizontal direction. The thrusters are augmented by magnetic vortex generators, either embedded in the cylinders or located above each thruster, for the purpose of increasing the permittivity of space by permeating each thruster with low-density hyperspace energy generated by a wormhole created between our space and hyperspace. A combination of 3 thrusters mounted on the underside of the hull of the spacecraft provide thrust and yaw motion control.